Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be a whole big chunk of mini reviews, sweeties, because there is a lot of activity here on my channel, a lot of stuff coming in and out. I'm working with a lot of things and not everything gets to have a dedicated video. So sometimes I'm just sort of off camera behind the scenes working with a palette, and then I'm just putting it here. Maybe I've featured it already in a whole video, whatever. So I just wanted to kind of give you a feedback on how it has been going, so you can kind of, you know, make up your own mind what I think. I don't know. So anyway, that is that. And also, of course, in most cases I do have looks with these certain products already alive on my social media, so you feel free to check out my social media, which is all linked in the description box, so you can see what else I'm doing besides today. So if you just found me, hi, I'm Leorah and I'm a makeup artist and stylist, and I am living for what I'm doing here, mostly dealing with indie makeup, but also once in a while you know, with mainstream and stuff like that, but mostly indie. And I am super much into color, as you might be able to see, kind of also into bold makeup, while I still super appreciate neutral makeup because it looks phenomenal. Just saying. Yeah, I should actually make a point of just doing like a really nice and subtle neutral look and show you, because you will be amazed how young I suddenly look. So anyway, that is that. If you're up for that, please check out, of course, my other videos, check out my channel, check out my social media, and subscribe to my channel, because I would love to grow my little kingdom here a little bit more. Okay, now I have a lot of stuff lying here, and let's just go into the video. Okay, sweeties, the first thing I want to feature is Tammy Tanuka, and actually I should have featured that last time already, because I have this already for quite some time. This is the Jolly Icefish palette, the mini version. Okay, so this is how she looks. Sweeties, I should have featured this in my last mini review video, but because it's so small, it sort of got like, it got lost in the bottom of the box. So I overlooked it. Honestly, honest to God, I overlooked this palette. Okay, so this I ordered this by mistake. I wanted to have the normal size because I'm like, you know me, I'm not into mini. In nothing in my life I want mini, if you know what I mean, you know? So that was a mistake, because I could not read the instructions on the website, because the website, even the English website of Tammy Tanuka, has some Russian content in it, and choosing, at least that's how it was. Maybe it has changed, I don't know, but back then when I ordered this, and I ordered this on launch, choosing the size of the palette was in Russian, and I just didn't know. I didn't know. So anyway, I should have maybe guessed, because this version was of course of a lower price, but you know, like, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so I tried this. The performance was actually really good. The thing is though that it has a lot of fallout, and it was very kick-uppy in the pan, but performance was really nice, I have to say. So also the color scheme is of course super charming. I mean, it is just really small. You know? Like, really. This is like, you know, this is like this, you know? So anyway, again, this is my mistake, but yeah. And I also got two beautiful loose pigments from her that came basically with the order, and I do believe that this is what she does. Like, if you order something, you do get something in addition, and I don't know if I can hold this up. So this is like a lavender purple. I used this in my look. I do believe I created a liner with this one, and the even more spectacular one, I cannot give you the names because they're also in Russian. I can't even pretend to read this. I cannot. I could make something up, but yeah. So anyway, and this is like a really sparkly light blue. You will probably not be able to make this out. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, though. It has like golden sheen to it, and it is, though the base is light blue, it's super beautiful. Do I have a name for this? Okay, for this one there is an English sticker on it: She Who Overthrew the Tyrant. That is something super incredible about Tammy Tanuka. The naming of her eyeshadows and of her products, such creativity. Like, really, wow. really. Okay, so let's talk maybe about the palette that I actually used for today's look, and that is the Perception palette from Midas Cosmetics. I got this gifted by one of my new besties, and that is Andrea from Germany. So she gifted this to me, and she had it express shipped to me so I could actually have it in a reasonable amount of time. That is super, super amazing. So I did already a first impression video, which is already live on my channel. I'm not going to film a review also with that, so that's why it is here in the mini review pile. I've done 3 looks. I have used most of the shades. I have not used the neutrals, but overall I have to say the performance was really good. Like, for me, this was the first time I tried Midas Cosmetics, and I was not anxious, but like super curious, like super curious, because I've, of course, like on social media following this brand for a long time, you know, and I already wanted to buy the palette back then that Smoky Glow, Hannah from Smoky Glow, came out in collaboration with Midas. Ended up not doing it because it was sold out and whatever, and then I just moved on. But this one was just so my thing, and I'm so glad that Andrea gifted this to me because it's incredible. So nice. And the performance was super nice, with 2 exceptions. And I already had a feeling about this when I swatched the palette, and I also said it at the end, like in sort of a mini review part at the end of my first impression video, just according to how the palette swatched. And everything was super beautiful except this red shade here and this black shade. I think they work. They work, don't get me wrong, but compared to all the other matte shades, the other ones are way superior. You know, they're so smooth and velvety and amazing and opaque and beautiful. Just these need more work, let's put it that way. That's basically all I have to say. Everything else is just beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, so that was the Perception palette, super new from Midas Cosmetics. Then I also have this one. I might have featured this already, I don't know, sometimes I get mixed up. So this is the Glaze palette from Lorelai Cosmetics, and this is how she looks. I've done at least 4 looks using the pressed glitters in this palette. Of course, this is an all pressed glitter palette, so if you're not into pressed glitter, this might not really be interesting to you. But for me, it is very interesting to see different pressed glitter formulas and how it all works. And I personally feel like pressed glitter looks amazing on me, and I love it. Okay, I personally really liked the formula of those pressed glitters. Really nice, also the range of all the different colors, and also like subtle nuances between, like, in the same color scheme. I think this is really well done. Really enjoyed it, and I got this gifted. I know I'm very gifted. Yeah, I'm so blessed because I got this from Christine from Australia, and I'm so grateful. All right, then let's go into this one. I have a very dedicated review with, I think, 5 looks or 4 looks on my channel with the Club Nebula palette from Kaleidos in collaboration with my friend Angie, and I'm so proud of her. This palette was phenomenal. This is my most favorite so far. This is my most favorite Kaleidos palette. I do have a couple more already here in my collection, and I actually have the Escape Pod palette and also the new Flower Punk palette on the way to me, ordered on release, but mail delivery has been super horrible. So as usual, I will be the last one to feature those palettes. But anyway, so that is that. Really nice. So in case you want to have more information and see all the looks that I have done with the palette, then please go to the review that I have done with this palette. You will find it, of course, in the review playlist on my channel. Okay, sweeties, also with this one, this is Unique Beauty, the spring cleaning collection. What was that? So anyway, that was the spring cleaning collection, or it is, and you have 3 palettes here, and I have also a dedicated video on this whole collection here on my channel. Yeah, that was the first time that I tried Unique Beauty. Unique Beauty is based in the UK. Also Lorelai Cosmetics, by the way, is based in the UK, and I think these were beautiful. These were super beautiful. I would compare it a little bit to like Glam Shop Poland for feeling wise, you know, a little bit. Also the shimmer formula and everything is super stunning. Like, they're doing a super good job. Super good job. Highly recommend for you to try out Unique Beauty. It's amazing. Like, really. I also do have the Japan collection. I have not tried it yet. I haven't gotten around to it, but I figured I'm going to just feature this first because this was the latest release, and the Japan collection was, I don't know, a year back or maybe couple months back. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, so that was Unique Beauty. Super, super nice. Then I also tried the Yasmin palette. I tried this off camera. I did not film with this. This is a palette from Myali Beauty that I ordered. I think it was one of her clearance sales before she shut down. I think that was back in December last year. So I ordered this and I did a look. It was an okay formula, very, very solid, everything fine. I have by now better things in my collection, but I'm super, super glad for solid formulas, you know, because it works and it's good and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just also, I think it also boils down to personal preference in a lot of ways, I think. But I think this was a very good palette, also a very fun color scheme. But of course, Myali Beauty has shut down, so it is basically of no significance, unfortunately, anymore. All right, then let's also talk about XCX Cosmetics. That was the 420 palette. Sweeties, I got this in PR very, very unexpectedly from XCX Cosmetics. I mean, of course, they asked me if I want to get something in PR, and then they sent me this palette. And when I opened the package, I was like, because it's so beautiful. You know, the combination between greens and neutrals, and then with this spectacular light gray here. Super, super beautiful. I do have a review of this palette up on my channel. This was beautiful. I did, I think, 3 looks with this one. And yeah, so please feel free to look for the review of this palette. I thought it was amazing. And I think it's still available in case you want to. All right, so then the Green Goddess palette number 3 from Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics. I bought this in a heartbeat the second I saw it popping up on Instagram, and that's how she looks, and I really, really liked it. I do believe that I do I have a review up on this? I think I do. I hope I'm not saying something wrong. But anyway, this was a really, really nice palette. Really liked it. I think personally it could have even been more boom in your face, because I am kind of boom in your face, you know? And I think it could have been a little bit more into the warm greens. But that is just my personal preference, and it's not like I didn't know that because I saw the picture before I ordered it, right? So this is not a criticism of the brand. It is just sometimes I'm not that bright. No, sometimes I just realize things when I have them in front of me, and I'm starting to work with a palette and kind of feel the vibe, how it feels on my face. It sounds crazy, but that's how it is with me, because I'm kind of really physically feeling my makeup, you know? Don't ask. Don't even ask. So anyway, sometimes then I'm surprised because I thought that the initial vibe was different, and different is not bad, it's just different, you know? It doesn't come with a judgment, it's just different. So anyway, this is the Green Goddess palette. I'm super, super happy that I have it. The Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics formula of mattes and shimmers and pressed glitters is super, super nice. I also happen to be affiliated with them, so you will find, if you want to, a discount code in the description box down below. And yeah, I think it's spectacular. I really, really like this brand. Just saying. Okay, another green palette, the Going Green palette. I definitely have a review up for this one on my channel. This is how she looks. This is from Stylet Cosmetics. I am also a super huge fan of Stylet Cosmetics because it is an amazing brand with, of course, I mean, you get a lot of pressed glitters here, a lot of shininess. And if you're up for that, then this is definitely what you should go for, because also here the pressed glitter formula is super, super nice, and also like the rest, you know, also the whole creativity of this brand, how she puts together the colors and everything. I really, really like it. Also the whole theme and vibe of the palette is really, really nice. Yeah. Also here, and I think I mentioned this also in my review, I would have liked to have like a super, super dark matte, because I felt like, I think I even pulled in the review video, I pulled in a dark green from another Stylet Cosmetics palette, because I just needed to have a little bit more depth in the mattes, you know? That is something that you hear me complaining about like in almost every video. So yeah. All right, then another beautiful brand is this one. This is Sugar Drizzle, and I got this Panda Bear and Cup palette from Christine from Australia. She gifted this to me, and this is how she looks. Now this has sweat a little bit. I don't know why that happened, but The performance, sweeties, was really nice. There is a first impression video with a spectacular look up here on my channel with a super winged out cut crease just in this color scheme with combined with a super bright red lips. With super bright red lips. Okay, so anyway, this is how she looks, and I think the whole thing, the whole vibe of this is so adorable, like so adorable. And I think the way they handled it, the execution of the color scheme, of a very, very limited color scheme, right, is super, super well done. They did really well here. Yeah, so if you want to have more information and swatches and see me creating a look with this, then please go to my first impression videos. You'll find it there. Okay, then we do have Glam Shop Poland. I hope by the time you're seeing this, there is going to be a review of these two palettes up on my channel, because as of right now, I have filmed it already. I just didn't get around to editing it. Yeah, so anyway, so this is the Glam, I don't know. This is this palette, okay? I really don't know. W Moro, it doesn't make any sense, probably. Glam W Moro, I don't know. So anyway, this is how she looks, and of course this is a super cool, like a nature vibe color scheme, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Again, here I would also have liked it if there would have been another super dark matte, you know, in the same color scheme, but like dark and exaggerated, you know. For me, it's like, come on, exaggerate, don't be scared, let's do it, you know. So that is what it is. And then there is the Wrzosowisko, I think, palette, which is kind of a lavender, like a dark lavender palette. Okay, when you see the palettes and how messy they look, that is because I've worked with them, I've swatched them, and I'm kind of going into battle with my makeup, so that's just how it looks. Also, of course, the Glam Shop formula is a little bit like hiccuppy and fallouty, at least in the pan. Okay, the performance on the eye is super, super nice, just saying. Also, the shimmer formula is super nice. So yeah, I hope that I have the review up, and if not, then it's coming super, super soon. Okay, it's I'm gonna try. Okay, sweeties, next one is the Celestial Magicians palette from Artist Moon Beauty, and same thing applies here. I did film a review. I have not edited it yet because life has been kind of borderline crazy. So this is how it looks. This is her newest release. I got this in PR from Hadassah, who is the owner, and I'm so, so grateful. And she released this to celebrate her 26th birthday. Congratulations, sweetie. I'm so, so grateful that she did that. She also gifted me, where do I have them now? She also gifted me lip products together with that. I'm going to show you that in the review, okay, just so you know. And that's what it is. So this is of course a very like pastel neon color scheme with some dark pressed or darker pressed glitters here. And yeah, so that is basically what I have to say to this. Go and watch the review. It's coming. Okay, so sweeties, that is that. Then let's speak a little bit about for Artsec Cosmetics, because I do have the, now I forgot the name again. Boy, I really don't understand why I cannot remember the name. I'm gonna put it here up on the screen. I know they actually commented on my video last time when I featured this, and they said that after the fact they actually added the name of the palette on the packaging, because I kind of had complained about it, that there is no name of the palette. I can't remember it. I'm so sorry. I'm not good at like remembering names. So that is what the palette looks like. This is also a very, very nice, good, solid formula. No pressed glitters in the palette. Also a very, very handy palette, you know, for, I think for a lot of people, size-wise, this is going to be really, really nice. And of course, the color scheme is absolutely charming. Nice dark mattes also. Nice, super, like the range of light to dark is super, super nice. And I think this is a very, very nice execution, and definitely a brand to look out for Artsec Cosmetics. Really, really nice. I wish I could, like, this bugs me now that I cannot remember. Again, I cannot remember. Leorah, really? This is gonna bug me. Okay, so I'm going to make a big effort to not edit this out, because, you know, I'm a person. It's gotta be real. Alright, Metamorphosis sent me this Oink palette, which is a PR palette. This, of course, is a release that was already some time back. I have a first impression video up on my channel. I was super, super impressed also by the pressed glitter formula. It was really, really nice. Really, really, like, I was so, so taken back by the performance of this one, and you can impress me with pressed glitters, definitely, you know, because not every formula is good. equally good. There are definitely differences. Maybe not so much, I don't care so much about the, if it's more finely milled or whatever. I don't care so much about that, even though I do like personally the coarser glitters more because you just see them more, you know, they just make a bigger impact if you ask me. But when it comes to the binder, there are definitely quality differences. And yeah, so this one was really, really good. Also the mattes and shimmers performed super, super well, smooth, really, really nice. So feel free to look for that video in my first impressions, because that was really, really nice. And of course, ever since they came out with this one, I think they came out with 2 other collections, the Lily Croaks and the Pinx Squeaks, and maybe even another one. Like, you know, this is a brand, like seriously. And also some of you have told me that there is nobody like Metamorphosis. So I am going to take your word for this. I'm also like really, really impressed by this one palette that I do have. So that is that. Okay, now let us also talk about Loca lashes. Loca lashes came out with this palette, the West Coast Loca palette. I ordered this on launch. It was at some point towards the beginning of the year, maybe in February. I don't remember anymore, because of course, till stuff gets to me, it's like a long time later, and that's why sometimes I just really don't remember exactly when this launched. But I bought this on launch, and this is the color scheme, and the performance was out of this world beautiful. Out of this world beautiful, also because of course, I mean, look at the color scheme, look at those vibrant shades, you know, it is absolutely beautiful. And she also included these lashes. These I didn't pay for, these are PR, and this is in the style Lokita. Okay, should I take them out so you can see them? I also put them on camera in my review. I hope you can see them. They're super beautiful, spiky, full, and just amazing. They applied super, super well, and they also held up very, very well after I cleaned them and everything. They basically just went back into their normal shape. There is still a tiny little bit of glitter on it because of course there is a glitter here in the palette, but anyway, that is what it is. So I'm super, super grateful that she included these, because they are absolutely beautiful, and I kind of really had to stop myself from using them because I wanted them to be like this for this mini review video. Okay, so anyway, the reason why I'm including those palettes that I've actually filmed a review with, like a dedicated review with, is because some people just don't get around to watching those dedicated videos and prefer to have a short like mini review series where they get everything in one video. So that is what it is. West Coast Loca palette, highly recommended if this is your color scheme. The performance was super, super nice. Okay, the Millennial Pinx palette from Melt. I have worked with this. I have also a review on this one up on my channel, I think with 3 looks. I received this through the kindness of Christine, also my friend and subscriber from Australia. This was a good experience. This palette actually worked really, really nice. It is not the easiest color scheme to work with, because for me there's kind of like a separation, like emotional separation between this here and the rest, you know. And for me, because I am, like I said before, I'm feeling my makeup like to an extent that is maybe not even healthy. So that, you know, you kind of have to be a little bit inventive with a palette like this, which is nice because if you see it as a challenge versus a thread, you know, so then that is good. So I really like the performance of this. In general, I'm not the super biggest fan of the shimmer formula of Melt. They still have to convince me there, but the mattes and everything worked super, super well, and overall I was very, very pleased with this one. Then let's also show you this one. I also have a review up on my channel of this one. This is the MaryJane palette, and also I also do have both of the glitter pots that came in combination with this one as a bundle, as a collection. So also this one I got gifted by Christine, who is absolutely truly incredible. So this is how she looks. This must be my most beautiful and most loved cold neutrals palette. Now I have to say that this is probably, is this my only cold neutrals palette? I don't know. So anyway, but this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Please go and watch, of course, my video, my review video with the swatches and the looks and everything that I have to say about it. The mattes worked super, super well. I did have some issues again with the shimmer formula, but I have to say overall that this was an amazing color scheme and a really nice experience. I loved every look, but the thing that makes the collection for me are the glitter pots. the glitter pots. If you tried to get those or you wanted to get those and then they were sold out, try to get them if they bring them back. This was amazing. It's the first time that I've worked with a jelly kind of a formula like this, and some of you commented, because I applied it with a brush, with a small concealer brush, some of you commented that you read, I guess on the website or somewhere, that it's the best to apply this with your fingers. Go ahead, really. You probably get a nicer spread maybe when you're applying it with your fingers, but the opacity that you can reach full opacity when you're applying it with a brush that is like oop, wow. When you're applying it with a brush that is like a small concealer brush like this. Okay, so anyway, I really like the performance of this, and this is what made every look spectacular. While you can have like a solid good performance and very classy outcome with just the palette, this pushes it out of this universe. Just saying. Okay, so all of this I also got through Christine. Okay, sweeties, what else can we do? Okay, maybe some PR. I wanted to feature these two lipsticks. This is from MaryJane Beauty London, and these are the Lip Envy liquid lipsticks. So I have one in the shade Nocturne, I think, and one in the shade, wait, Mirage. Okay, both of them, while I'm not into liquid lipsticks, do you know, I keep saying that all the time, and especially when they're matte. And these ones are matte, but they're not the obnoxious, super drying down kind of a matte, you know? These are actually, they surprised me so much, because I was like, how in the world? And they don't bleed, because I am 40 plus and I do have an issue with stuff bleeding into fine lines, because yes, I do have fine lines. Yes, I do. You know, they're not like super crazy yet, but I see that I'm not getting younger. Okay, so I do have an issue, and that is usually my issue, one of the issues that I have with liquid lipsticks, because they tend to bleed way more than bullet lipsticks. So I applied this one here on camera when I filmed with this one, and I was like, even on camera, the second this lipstick touched my lips, I was like, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And then I actually went to eat breakfast and drop off my kids in school, and then I came back to film the review part, and this lipstick had not budged, even though there were like 1.5 hours in between filming the first part and the second part, and I had eaten breakfast and drunk and whatever. Didn't get drunk, I mean I drank something, you know. So anyway, that is incredible. Like, also the colors are really nice. This is like a really nice soft shade, works super well also with a darker lip liner. Yeah, so that is from MaryJane Beauty London. I do have a discount code with them too. It's not affiliated, in case you want to do some shopping. Okay, yeah, that was me. Okay, let us also talk about this palette. This one is the Spectra palette from Gourmand Girls Cosmetics in collaboration with Krista Rice Makeup. And I did a review with this one. If you want to have a dedicated review with swatches and everything on my channel, you'll find it under my reviews. I got this in PR together with the Bold and Brilliant, sorry, face palette. I reviewed both of this in that video, and I got this in PR. Okay, so performance was amazing. Performance was absolutely amazing. I could not even believe it. You know, there are already, at least by the time I'm filming this, there are already at least 2 looks up on social media, and yeah, so this was good. If this is the color scheme that you like, I highly recommend to try that brand. They also have, of course, all kinds of other palettes, and just assuming that it's the same formula, you'll love it. You will absolutely love it. The black, sweeties, the black is probably the best one in my collection. And for me, I have issues with black. I have very high expectations on a good black, you know? And also the other shades, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and then here the Bold and Brilliant palette, which I also featured already a couple of times in my favorite highlighters, and of course also in the palette. This is how she looks, and for me, of course, this is a highlighter palette, so depending on your skin tone, you can use it for like also blushes or as a blush topper, which I have to do because I'm quite fair. So anyway, but this is like a cold toned highlighter, and this is a golden, has a golden undertone, and they work super well. It's a very bright, opaque and shiny formula. I love it. It's so nice. Yeah. Okay, I also do have a code, by the way, with Gourmand Girls Cosmetics that is not affiliated. So go ahead and shop away. Okay, another palette that I need to definitely feature is from Myali Cosmetics. Now, Now, Mark Wiley is very dear to my heart, as you probably have figured out by now. And I bought this, I think it was in December 2020. He had a big sale there on his website, and I just wanted to, after I had tried already the Amun-Ra palette that I had gotten in PR, I wanted to try a little bit more of colorful shades, and this is a very, very intense and mature and sexy palette. This is the Virgo palette, and I have to say I did not film with this one. I did create a couple of looks off camera though, and I thought that this was amazing. Now I can see that people would maybe, if you are of a lighter skin tone like I am, that people could be intimidated by the depth of this palette. I personally loved it. It was absolutely incredible. You can do the most amazing dark smoky eyes. Like, this is a palette for sexy people. Or who are trying to be like me, you know? This was really, really good. I really, really liked it. I also used, I do believe, I don't want to say something wrong. I kind of feel like I did also liners with this palette. I could be wrong though. But anyway, this was really, really nice. I have not, have I tried? I don't remember. You know what? I did a liner with the pressed glitter. That's what it was. Yeah. So also the glitter formula is really, really nice. So in case you are interested in something like dark and sexy and mature, this could be something for you. You know, I also have a code with Mark. It is also not affiliated. And he's definitely an amazing person that I definitely also want to just support, because, you know, he's one of these people also, like the owner, like Christina of Gourmand Girls Cosmetics, or like who else, like a lot of the owners that I'm kind of meeting online, who are just so nice, and like on a natural, I don't know, person to person basis. I don't know how to say this in proper English, sorry, but he is incredible, and I just feel like that also his makeup is super nice, like super nice, you know. Really. Okay, so even if you are more into like softer looks and classy looks and stuff like this, then he has also palettes for that. Not everything is that intense, but I am like that, so that's why I ordered this palette. Okay, then I also need to show you this one. This is of course an old palette. This is the Love Tapes palette from P.Louise. I finally got around to working with this one. Let me just open this. Wait. Yeah. So this is how she looks. Of course, you do have two super big highlighters. Highlighter formula out of this world, stunning. Really, really love it. This is more of a champagne shade. This is more of a golden shade, of course, as you can see. And then the palette. Okay, I have to say, I have the Worldy palette, and I need to put this down here on my shoulder because it's really heavy. I have the Worldy palette, and I have this one. And as of right now, I also do have the All I See Is Signs palette on the way to me, which has been gifted by Andrea, my new bestie from Germany. Okay, sweeties, a lot of makeup coming my way. I hope it'll come my way though, because of the delivery situation is crazy. So anyway, while I am super excited for the All I See Is Signs palette, because, and I also said that in the new makeup releases video when I spoke about that palette for the first time, which is basically like an all orange palette. And I'm super excited about this one because I saw that there are there is in the shimmers a nice range from light to dark. In the Worldy palette, for example, the shimmers were dark shades. Here there is basically the lightest shimmer is, I don't know, this one? Is it though? You know, I mean, of course you could maybe pull in this or this also as a shimmer, but you have within the palette itself, you only have this one and this one. And I'm kind of really, like, I would like to have one lighter choice too, you know? Okay, then packaging wise, I thought I would be completely okay with this packaging as long as it's still square and it's not like a heart-shaped or whatever, you know. But I think when you see how small and more manageable the palette itself could be, I would have preferred that, because I would reach for it more. Honest to God, I would reach for it more if it wouldn't be that bulky. And that is just what it is, you know. So I did, I think, 2 looks with this one. Didn't film with it because I'm kind of filming with the newer stuff that is coming out now. But I still wanted to, of course, try it because, you know, want to try my makeup. I think, though, it would have been probably better I don't know if it would have been better, but for a lot of people, maybe they would grab the palette more if it would have been this size of a palette and then those 2 highlighters and get it all in a bundle deal, you know? But that is just me. I mean, I also understand what she did here with the love tapes, and it's very creative and it's really, really sweet and amazing. And she is always amazing in her packaging and the thought process that goes into it and everything. So I'm not judging it like that. It's just that I think at the end of the day, I would reach for it more. Also for the highlighters, you know, I would reach for it more if it wouldn't be in a big, big palette like this. Okay, then one more thing I want to mention, and then we are basically done, and that is Myali Beauty. That is a brand, an indie brand based in France. I bought this on Valentine's Day where she had a sale, and I just really, really fell in love with the whole packaging, the whole vibe, and of course the color scheme of the palette. This is the musical palette, and this is really, really beautiful. I worked with this off camera a little bit, and I think I did one look, or partially one look on camera. I pulled it into a video where I tried a couple of new things, because of course you do have only one shimmer here in the palette. This here is a matte with micro glitter in it, and the rest is mattes, complete mattes. Performance was really nice and solid, and that is basically all I can say to this palette. But definitely also a brand that needs and deserves support. And also Naomi, the owner, was also really, really nice, super I don't know, worried that I'm getting my stuff and that I'm happy with it, and it's just really, really good customer service, and I really appreciate that. She also gave me a lipstick that was in here. Wow, I'm so organized. So this is like a liquid lipstick that is super sparkly. It's one of my most favorite ones. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see this. This is the shade Diamond. I'm just gonna hold it up like this. This is the shade Diamond, and it is super nice. And even though it has the glitter in it, it doesn't feel weird and awkward on your lips, and it doesn't separate, it doesn't get clumpy, and whatever the word, clumpy. Yeah, I think so. Clumpy is a word, right? So it doesn't get clumpy. So yeah, so that is basically all I have to give for today. So please let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these products or not? Let me know. And maybe you do have a different opinion, or maybe you do have a different experience, then feel free to share. Maybe you can also let me know. Maybe, you know what, try to use it that way or that way. And then, you know, maybe I can also improve my performance, because I'm not saying like I know everything, right? I do have a lot of experience doing makeup, doesn't mean though that I know everything, you know? So I'm here to learn too, a lot about myself, a lot about makeup, about the whole community, like really, seriously, you know? And for me, it's a super nice journey, and I'm so glad that I'm part of this. So anyway, that was way too long. So let's shut down this video. But before you leave, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Besides that, I'm going to, of course, I'll link everything in the description box down below. Depending on where I have room, I will either have my today's makeup in the description box or in a pinned comment. You will find it somewhere down there. And of course, feel free to use my discount codes that I have with the different brands, which you will find in the description box as well. All right, sweeties, this is it for today. Feel free to check out my social media, and I shall see you back here on my channel for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses.